You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, we have got some exciting new spoilers for next week about Claire and Kyle's next move that may create a ton of drama, especially with Victor. And we've also got some on Lily's new plan and Kane's big strategy meeting. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we have your latest Y&R spoilers for the week of August 4th. And click that subscribe button if you are not following us. All right, so at the end of this week, everyone from France had finally made it back to Genoa City, and Victor's got the Newmans worried about what Kane is planning, but Jack and Diane are also worried about their son Kyle and what Victor and Audra's schemes could cost their boy. Next week, we do have big action on that front when Claire and Kyle make a big move that Victor is going to hate and will likely see as an act of betrayal and defiance from his granddaughter Claire, because Victor doesn't care what she wants for herself. He thinks he knows best. Now, we already saw Victor getting all salty because Claire went to see Kyle first before she came over to the Newman house to see the family that had come back. Meanwhile, the rest of the Newmans had no issues with Claire going to see her boyfriend first. Everybody else was like, it's fine, it's no big deal. So Victor's already acting out, and he's only been back 5 minutes, you know? And then next week, Y&R spoilers confirm that Kyle and Claire drop by to see Adam at his office at Newman Media. He's glad to see his niece, and he asks Claire and Kyle why they stopped by. And Claire tells him the same reason Newmans drop by unannounced anytime is to make a deal. So I'm betting Kyle and Claire approach Adam again about buying his apartment. So if you recall, Victor warned Adam he better not sell his place to Claire and Kyle. Adam didn't see that it was a big deal, but Victor was really snotty about it. And then Claire put off moving in with Kyle because she wanted more time with her parents. But now that Cole has died, looks like Claire is ready to move forward. She's grieving. She may want to keep Kyle close. Losing Cole may have Claire seeing just how short that life is, and she likely wants to make the most of it. Plus, Kyle is a big part of Claire's support system while she's grieving, so he needs to be there for her. She wants Kyle close. So Claire may think, now's the perfect time to get a place together. And it was Kyle who actually had looked at it and was kind of fast tracking them moving in together, and then Claire backed it off, and now she may be the one to put on the gas. Even though Victor told Adam not to sell to Claire and Kyle, if you remember, Victoria and Adam have basically buried the hatchet, and they are allies working together to try and stop Kane. So Adam may go to his sister and asks what she thinks. And if Victoria tells Adam, I think it's great, go ahead, you should sell it to them, you know, Victoria and Adam may form a united front to face Victor's wrath over him selling the apartment to Claire and Kyle, because I do think Adam thinks that Victoria's opinion on this matter is more important than Victor's. But there is more to come on this, and even if Adam says yes to selling, I'm sure Victor will be furious and he'll do more sabotage to stop them from ever unpacking one suitcase in the same place together. So Claire could be in for a rude awakening very soon. She still doesn't know Kyle was kissing Audra and rolling around in the bed with her in France, even though there was no, actual bedding. It was still wildly inappropriate. Kyle insists he was testing Audra to expose the scheming with Victor, but if Claire knows the dirty details, she's not going to like it. Although Victor is mad that Audra didn't seduce Kyle and get him, into bed, she technically did get him in bed. And maybe Victor thinks it was close enough and will go ahead and tell Claire exactly what Audra says happened. Now, as of now, she told Victor she was still working on it, and Audra hasn't revealed all the details. But if she does, Victor may think, you know what, I think that's enough. And Audra obviously was trying very hard to seduce Kyle away from Claire. Also in next week's spoilers, Victor meets up with Lily and Devon, And Victor's asking Lily if she knows that Kane is in town. So it looks like the GC locals left Nice before Kane, but he is not far behind, and Lily is not a fan of her ex. A bunch of people told Kane, scrap your plans, do not move back to GC. He's not listening. And Lily tells Victor that she and Devon were just talking about her ex, and Lily says she plans to avoid Kane at all costs. But Victor's not sure that's a good idea. So next week's spoilers have Victor telling Lily that he thinks that they should be keeping an eye on Kane. He thinks they all need to be watching and figuring out exactly what Kane is up to. Victor wants to stay 5 steps ahead of Kane, and that means watching what the guy does, what he says, who he spends time with, where he's spending his money in town, all of that. And Victor's right. That's probably a smart move. And since the mustache can't be everywhere at once, having Lily and Devon on high alert is probably wise. And speaking of Kane and his wicked plans, as we predicted, looks like he is staying at the GCAC, which makes sense because he bought the whole place. Phyllis is also living at the GCAC, among other people. As of Friday, Phyllis was talking to Diane about Kane, and Diane said Kane's going to figure out that Phyllis is just a parasite. And then Phyllis was a bunch of big talk about how Kane can't get enough of her. And Diane told Phyllis she thinks she and Kane are cut from the same shady cloth. So next week, Phyllis is in Kane's suite, and he's telling Phyllis that there's somebody else joining their meeting. She wonders who it is since Kane's teaming up with this person. They must be a heavy hitter. Guess who it is? It's Billy, who says he's ready to make some waves. And of course, Phyllis and Billy were already planning to conspire together to get Chancellor back from Victor when they were thinking Kane might be out of it completely because of the whole murder plot. But as we know, Phyllis, Kane, and Billy will be conspiring against Victor and others. I'm sure Amanda and Holden will be joining them in the plotting as well, but I suspect Kane, Billy, and Phyllis end up with one more unexpected ally, and that is Jack Abbott. Because already he told Diane he's thinking he might need to ally with Kane, and that means allying with Billy to help them go up against Victor to protect Kyle from Victor's schemes. Now, Jack is looking at cutting professional ties with Billy so that they won't bicker about business and they can just be better brothers to each other. So for Billy, this deal with Kane and Phyllis is professional. They want to crush Victor's business interests and take back Chancellor. But for Jack, this is all personal. He wants to hit back to Victor for plotting against Kyle. So we'll have more on that. Be sure to check out our full weekly spoilers video tomorrow for the week of August 4th through the 8th to find out what else is coming.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.